This is a best of 3, not a best of 5. And I am about to learn some TvT tricks and tips because this man is a legend of Terran. He's back. He's looking good. He's already given me a Terran style in TvZ to reinvent my play there. In the top right, Psystorm Gaming's GUMIHO. Down in the bottom left, we've got Top. So Top's going to go double gas. Now this is also double gas for GUMIHO. Nothing too crazy. If you open 3x TVP, Muffin Man says in the chat, are you obligated to push the natural after cancelling the third? Or do you take advantage of my faster on location third and go home? I have no concept of the super battery. I had this before super battery was a thing. Super battery's never a problem if you can kill it quick enough. It's just if they have like a semi-wall off and a battery, a good set of units, obviously you can't go in there. But if your opponent's like, I have 2 adepts, like they don't do any damage. You could just focus fire them with 20 sim marines and kill them, right? You can focus fire the battery and kill it. Like there's so many, you know, if there's a Colossus, it's another story, right? You know, so it always comes down to the unit count. In general, with the 3 racks, if your opponent plays a 2 base heavy build, you will push out maybe only to halfway across the map and then you'll just pull home. And you might even stay at home entirely after that, or like hide your bio off on the side of the unit of the map so it doesn't get caught by blink stalkers. Whereas if you see the quick third, you'll absolutely try and get that kill. And, you know, whether you stim a marine ahead or you drop a scan, based on what you see their army looks like, you might go for more. And in fact, arguably, it's better to go into the natural immediately instead of the third. If you know they've got a quick third, and that's why I always like to send an SCV scout out ahead of time with the 3 racks to check for that stuff. But there's many ways you can play a 3 racks. People get a bit too stiff with those sort of plays. Now for GUMIHO, he does see the command center. His own command center is on the way. And he's going to be doing a 2 Reaper Cyclone opening, guys. So he pulled 1 worker off each gas before. Actually, I think he might not have pulled off this gas at all. This top left gas. No, he didn't, I don't think. Or maybe he did, but he just put back on it and I missed it. And he's going to be going for a very quick, probably double Cyclone is what he likes to do. Now his first Reaper didn't hesitate at all. It ran right in there and forced one of the SCVs off the starport, but he does end up losing it, gets a scout, sees that his starport's a little later, as is expected when you're rushing the Cyclone out. And his other Reaper, where is his? Wait, did his other Reaper just run in as well? His other Reaper just ran in. Oh, okay, he did get the SCV on the command center, so he sacrifices his Reapers. And the thing is, that has 2 purposes. One is to keep the opponent's units at home, one is to do damage and scout. And that is important because his Cyclone now has time to pop out before the Reaper Hellion closes in here. So, the question is, does he guard the natural or the main? It looks like he's going to get down there. Reaper Hellion's going to commit, but that Cyclone might be able to get another lock on. See, he tries to like jump right on top of those units. Oh, and he gets it, but notice they moved around this site blocker, this high ground. So they broke the lock on the moment it started. Well done there by Top. Unfortunately for him though, oh, GUMIHO finds it. And does get one of those Reapers, Marines, and Cyclones. Going to take out the other one. He sees it, it's double Cyclone, so you know what you're up against here as Top. He's going to go Medevac Marine Tank. Keep it at home would be my advice. Now you can try to, actually, you know what? One of GUMIHO's weaknesses is if you hide a drop around the very edge and then you pop in at kind of a delayed timing. But if you run into the Cyclones, that's going to be a disaster. Oh no. Oh, he's so lucky. This is such a dangerous drop against someone you know has gone double Cyclone. You could get in so much trouble here. Now GUMIHO does see that Medevac coming in. Gumi has to dive though. He's sending his 6 Marine drop back and his Cyclones. Ah, these are the moments where GUMIHO does have weakness. Now that tank pops out and he just focus fires the enemy siege tank. A good choice by GUMIHO. Does end up defending. And at the end of the day, trading a tank for a tank, that's acceptable. His Cyclone's a little slow to get in position. Top should know that it's very dangerous to be out there right now, but yeah, double lock on the Medevac and Medevac goes down, Marines go down. Well done by GUMIHO, he gets a good cleanup. Now, there's no quick third command center with this build. It's already 5 minutes. He's going to start that now. He's got 2 Medevacs, which is super curious. So he could do a double Cyclone drop and an 8 Marine drop, kind of hit both sides at once. But of course, is worried about follow-up attacks. KIWIAN, Top is going for Raven, Cyclone and Raven, ready to defend Banshees over there. And that's something you always need in TvT to be safe, but especially against GUMIHO, who's known for his play with the Banshees. Constant Banshee and Banshee speed harass is really big for him. This time though, he's going straight into Vikings without building any Ravens. This is cool to see. GUMIHO building lots of SCVs as well. Both sides are tied in workers. Third command center coming in for top as well. Now, top has a tank sieged up. But, oh, GUMIHO sets up just outside. Oh, he's got to pull back. He's got to pull back those Marines. And these Marines of top do come forward. Start to trade a little bit. But GUMIHO has got a very good tank position. Can harass those workers. Start to take those down. He's got to watch out. Interference Matrix can break this very quickly, as can auto turrets. But look, double Cyclone there. Kind of the hidden arm of his attack that he doesn't show just yet. Now he's actually going bio. GUMIHO has been playing a lot more bio recently. He still plays very unique openings in TvT, but he has been playing quite a bit more bio and actually having some very good games with KIWIAN, who is of course lined up to play the winner of this match in the next round. So that could be super awesome, dude. Got 2 Cyclones there, the Medevac as well. Congratulations, Esserai in the chat for making it to Plat League. That's a big benchmark, mate. Big milestone. Super cool. Ooh, GUMIHO's got to get out. Narrowly avoids the lock-on. Answers the lock-on with double lock-on. Well done. Gets a Cyclone pick off there just for a few hit points. And I think he's looking pretty good. Double Raven definitely adds some power, some oomph to top, but can he actually get across the map without losing more of these units? Now, GUMIHO is going to stay over here looking for more lock-ons. Oh, this is really cutesy play. He's got a great Viking count as well, so he's just going to try and snap those Ravens out of the sky before they get their spells off. GUMI pulls out to the left. Vikings there are going to help zone out this sort of thing. Top just seems to be chilling for now, going up to 5 barracks. He's got his stim, his 1-1 upgrades are on the way. Now, we want to see 2 more tech labs on those next barracks if you think it's mech. And I think he might be assuming it's mech, so obviously in this scenario, he actually wants reactors on those barracks because it is just Marine tank versus Marine tank. Does Top know that though, or is he making an assumption? He's obviously the underdog. He drops a scan, so no assumptions being made. That's really good scouting. Okay, those Cyclones are there distracting right now, and Top has been outpositioned. Just those Cyclones pushing back the map control already gets a Viking for free there without Top even returning fire. Marines stimming into the natural. He's even dropped 2 tanks up there as well. Even if he loses these units, I think GUMI's okay with that because he's still got 2 more siege tanks on the high ground. That other Raven does not get its interference matrices off. I gotta say, a pretty impressive hold from Top though, all things considered. It looks like with the Marines helping on the ground as well, the Viking battle will actually be won. And Top, he loses how many SCVs? He loses 13 SCVs in total this game. If you went down earlier, but about 10 more at that moment. Now SCVs are like, revenge of the drilly boys, let's go. Ah, it's very cute Cyclone harass. And he's just trading this Cyclone out now. Oh, he's getting a lot more damage. He's got like 6 extra SCVs. Cyclone, well played. So Top's going to counterattack, and he could kill GUMIHO right now. GUMIHO has overcommitted into Top a little bit, but oh, all these units so damaged. No medevac or anything, actually. Don't think he needed to siege those tanks. I think sieging the tanks was the wrong idea there for Top. A little sloppy, and now his attack's been kind of slowed down by what is just a handful of units, but Stim Marines, he's got shields, 1-1 Stim, as opposed to just Stim, no shields, and no medevacs for these units. GUMIHO's actually like, hey, I slowed your attack down, let's go for a drop, which is the craziest shit I've seen in a little while. He scans this army. He's already pulled his tank back. The Liberator's going to start to inch their way forward. I guess GUMIHO realizes he's probably going to have to give up his third either way. He's just trying to buy time here. He's going to put the tank behind in the third mineral line, and here we go. Counter drop on the production. So he says, okay, I'm screwed army versus army. I need to outposition you right now, and he's focusing on reactors, tech labs. You can see here he's going to start killing these units as they pop out and that sort of stuff. Now, Top does start to go in there, but look, his Liberators aren't completely covered by the siege tanks, so one of them almost goes down. GUMIHO calmly pulls on back. He's got another command center on the left side. He's expecting to take big economic damage here. So he's just saying, look, as long as I survive and I have tools to bounce back, we're good. Because Top, you can see, struggling with the multitasking there to kind of keep up with such a high-level Terran player as GUMIHO. GUMIHO, with a very cute maneuver, actually pulls out SCVs. He's looking to intercept this army as it moves forward, so he doesn't have to deal with that lib tank kind of siege superiority. Now, KIWIAN very slowly is going to just siege towards that cliff, and that's a lot of tank shots. It's a big surround we're about to see, guys. Marines coming in from behind. He's going to go for the Stim A move. Those units very clumped for GUMI. Does spread him out as much as he can. But actually, I think GUMIHO got a bit ahead of himself here. This is going to look... I think Top can barely hold on. Wait, one more tank shot. No, the tanks aren't in range. And look at that. Oh, no anti-air left, though. So he can drop on top of those siege tanks. and that will do the trick. The Liberators try to fly on out of there, and it looks like the Libs do escape. A costly trade for GUMIHO, though, as there's another army coming across the map. Now, it's almost pure Marine right now, but equal upgrades. Only one medevac with them, but if they can stim on these units in the open, I don't think the extra medevacs will make the difference. That's too many extra Marines there for Top. If Top stims on this, this could be a game-winning fight. Now, GUMIHO sees an army right there. Oh, Top, a little slow to respond, but you know what? It's only one siege tank. I think he can still overwhelm. Oh, nicely done. Good pullback by GUMIHO, though. Does give up this position, and the Liberator's going to go in the back top, pulling out some moves, but he spots it. And remember, they're both very bruised, so Marines intercept that one. Vikings will take out that Lib as well after just a couple of SCVs. Top has killed a total of 29 SCVs this game. GUMIHO has killed 26. Now, KIWIAN Top actually has the better economy right now. Is going toe-to-toe in this game, but 2-2 upgrades have finished for GUMIHO. Armory only now finishing for Top. I would say Top is still ahead. Those upgrades don't count for as much as the actual economy lead you've got. The question is, though, right now, GUMIHO's army significantly stronger. You got to be sieged as Top. Ooh, good engage for him, though. Good engage. He gets the tank, pulls back to his Marines. He's got some more Marines coming forward. But 2-2 versus 1-1, that might be a little bit much of an advantage for Gumi, and it is, yeah. He did not realize he was down 2 upgrades, and we see more medevacs healing plus the double upgrade advantage. He's got to siege this tank because these Marines could potentially stim in his natural. Top will regroup back at home. 3-3 is on the way for GUMIHO. Meanwhile, second factory is on the way. Top still has not started this 2-2. He's got plenty of gas, so +2 attack does start, +2 armor starts. He can claw his way back in with the economy lead, but it looks more and more after that last trade like GUMIHO is now the one who's got the mobility, and he could actually multi-drop Top. He could take advantage of him that way. And I think GUMIHO here is going back to what made him so successful in 2017, 2018, which is he could swap between bio and mech. And you never knew exactly which one was coming. There was, times where he was predictable because he was so good, but the moment he starts losing a lot with mech, he starts switching it up, adding bio play in so his opponents can't just blindly prepare for his style. Now, this is a good defensive engagement from Top. It's going to clean this fight. The SCVs tank a little bit, but not many of them actually die. Now, a Viking land in the main is going to be obviously potentially problematic, but doesn't know that Marines aren't about to pop out. So GUMIHO's got to be careful for now. Top's going to move for a counter push. Still up 10 workers, but down 2 upgrades. GUMIHO going for a Marine Doom drop. Planetary up on the 4th can buy a lot of time. That base on the right is naked. If Top could get even a few just Marine drops out, 6, 7, 8 Marines in a mineral line, that could be huge. But he's still down double upgrades, and that Doom drop of Marines towards his main, potentially a problem. That being said, Top has realized this is how GUMIHO is playing. Dude, his rally point's well positioned on the high ground. Unfortunately, that means that base is exposed, and that's a dead command center. Just watch how quickly those Marines unload and focus fire. They've got +2 attack, remember. Command center goes down. He's back to 2 CCs. Hasn't even started his 4th. So GUMIHO here, even though he's been down on workers for a long time, this is only his 4th base. And, ooh, tank on the high ground. Other tank there as well. Great siege ups from Top. Good positioning overall. And I think, especially if he moves one tank forward, focuses the repairers, he can take that out. But he has not started extra command centers. He is supply blocked right now. And GUMIHO's rally is building up. GUMIHO evacuates the 4th, pulls the SCVs out of there. Still got his 3rd on the right-hand side. He's up 1 command center. He has Marines posturing on the front. And right now, unit versus unit count, 6 tanks versus 2. So a 4 tank advantage for Top, but he's down about, well, exactly 24 Marines. Being down 24 Marines and down double upgrades. His 2-2 finishes, closes the upgrade gap for what, 10 seconds? And nope. +3 kicks in for GUMIHO. It's back to even, but it's a sandwich. GUMIHO's top side of the flank, a little bit slow to stim here, but it doesn't matter. His numbers are just too good. Vikings from the left, a beautiful surround from every angle. And GUMIHO has still got it. That was beautiful. Beautiful. GG, well played. Nice game 1 from GUMIHO. Not the greatest start. Top danced with him really well, but GUMIHO comes out, victor. Oh, right, all right. Going into the second map. Please show me some mech. But, I mean, if there's going to be another map that's very bio-oriented, this is probably going to be it. Bottom right-hand side, this is GUMIHO. That last map's actually pretty good for mech. So kind of surprising he pulled out bio there, but it is what it is. Opponent in the top left-hand side, the pink Terran. This is Top, also known as KIWIAN. I still don't know the meaning of that. It's not kawaii, but we'll see. Barracks gas versus barracks gas. Do we see a second gas rallied out there? Maybe. So GUMIHO rallies straight to the second gas. Top looks like he's going to do a one Rex expand. Oh my. Oh my. So usually with that build, you go Reaper into 3 Marines. You build a bunker down here pretty quickly. And you put 2 Marines in that, and you leave a Reaper and a Marine standing on the high ground. There are some greedier variations, but you can get punished very hard if you try to do those. KIWIAN did very well in that last game, but he was not only light on upgrades, he was also very light on medevacs as the game progressed. In the chaotic scenario, he did not keep up medevac production, so that did really definitely complement Gumi quite a bit. Completely blind expand as well. It's a very greedy build for KIWIAN, but you can, I mean, you could pull this off. In a way, you're safer against many things by not scouting at the start. KIWIAN's basically just saying, like, if it's proxy 2x Reaper, I just lose the game. 2 or 3x proxy, I just die. I'm gonna take that gamble, but by taking that gamble, I'm stronger versus everything past that point because I've saved minerals, which means faster second depot, faster factory. Look at this, the factory goes down right on 202. It'd probably be 208, 210, something like that if he had done an SCV scout. Now Reaper's coming through the middle of the map and looks like it's gonna go straight up the ramp. So top there, hoping to intercept on that angle. GUMIHO is gonna get right on by him, but there is a Marine out as well, so you gotta be careful here as GUMIHO. A wise choice to pull back for him. And he gets free damage, 13 damage on that Marine. 1 Reaper shot, 8 damage, plus 5 from the grenade. Extra Marines building, already queued up the extra one. Second gas is mining. Back at home, GUMIHO, 2 Reapers into a very quick Cyclone. He seems to just really enjoy this opening, and he has no fear. So he might even make an adjustment. Like in this case, he goes straight Reactor, and actually builds a Hellion because he realizes a Cyclone is not really necessary at this point. Now, no bunker for top, which is fascinating. So he skips the bunker with this version of the build, and he's going to come on over and try and defend these Reapers. They, of course, can zone out those Marines a little bit with grenades. Good dodging by top. Hellion comes out as well, and that Reaper's going to go down. So nice moves by top. Does need to get down there to start mining that third gas geyser, though. Unless he's doing a 2-gas build, which is pretty rare. Cloak Banshee's on the way for GUMIHO. Tech Lab on the factory. This looks a little bit more like something that will go towards mech. I certainly hope we get to see that battle mech style. Command Center making an orbital on the natural, so you can see that's quite a bit later. But top not actually dropping mules right on time. A little slow to drop those 2 mules. Third gas is now on the way. Building his own Cyclone, and he's actually going... Oh, we're going to see Banshee versus Banshee. Okay. So if you guys have ever stood in a room with a ceiling fan with those big blades spinning around, and a psychopath was in the room with you, and he shat in a bag and then put some water in the bag and then tied it up tight like a water balloon and then threw it into the fan. That's what we are describing when we say the shit hits the fan. And what that's describing is when 2 people make Cloak Banshees and fly them into each other's bases. It's going to be fucking messy. I think it favors Gumi because Gumi's actually going straight across the map, while Top's a little slower on the Banshee production and a little slower and more cautious with his path across the map. He's going around the top. Now, Top's going around the top. Also, he's moving across with his Cyclone, which is a fucking disaster. Now, there's almost nothing that shoots up for GUMIHO, though. He doesn't even have a Cyclone. He's just got those Marines, but the Banshee comes in completely unexpected here. Now, Gumi's being very cautious. That is very good for Top. Gives him time to get his Cyclone home. 90% of the time, the player has a Cyclone in their base, so you can't dive too deep or you will lose your Banshee. Now, Top's going to answer, and there's only Marines to deal with this. I would say the situation favors Top, but of course, multitasking is going to be a big part of this. Top's already up 5 workers. He has to back off for now because he's also worried about the Cyclone. Third CC goes down for Top. Top is making mag field as well, so it looks like Top is going to play, and he's going Hyperflight Orders. Oh, you stylish. He's trying to play GUMIHO's mech. But the Banshees, they get on the Cyclones. He's a little too slow to scan. Oh my god, Gumi's so good at doing this. He does this a lot, where he says, look, if I come in cloaked and he doesn't notice me, I get right on top. Banshees kill Cyclones so quickly. Cyclones, if they're aware of the Banshees coming in, easy cleanup for them. But that is not the case here, and this is devastating damage. Now, you see here, the Cyclone, when he gets that scan straight away, instantly drops that ready point Banshee, but there's no units here to defend. The Banshees are going to be forced to counterattack for Top. And GUMIHO here, just nice and decisive. Banshees fly in, there's a turret. They can, of course, hold position kind of out of range of that, but look at that scan. Cyclone says, nah, get out of here, mate. those Banshees fall, and that's going to be game a really clean start to the tournament for GUMIHO, and showing that he is the king of the Banshees. And as I said, playing Banshee Magfield Cyclone mech, playing Battle Mech up against the king of mech and the king of Battle Mech, that's a very risky proposition, because you know Gumi's just going to be a bit more decisive. He's going to have a better understanding of the timings. His usage of the units will be way more experienced. And that's it. Why do you call KIWIAN top? Number one, KIWIAN's a shit name. That's hard to say. KIWIAN? Like, what even is that? It's a terrible name. Number two, you can't change your name. Once you're a pro gamer and you're known as a name, like if I change my name to Mr. Johnson today, everyone would still call me Pig 5 years from now, because that's what I'm known as. That's who I am. You can't change your identity. So he was top. He was one of the OG pro gamers in the early days, and that is why we call him top, because that's his name. You can't rebrand. Why? Top was a good name. It's simple, memorable. KIWIAN does not roll off the tongue. I don't even know if it means anything. It's a shit name. Let's be real. Well, Gumi's on 3 base, so he is fully in charge of this game, and Top's gonna GG.